Hello, my name is Tom Nadbeck. I'm going to talk to you today about God's grace. Give you a little history. I'm a disabled American veteran. I'm a Christian now. Been a Christian since April of 2016. But God has saved my life more than once. And I mean literally saved my life more than once. Since the time I was 18, and that's a long time ago, up until April of 2016, I tried going through this world by the golden rule. And believe me, I failed miserably 100 times. I had dug a hole so deep I couldn't even see the light at the top of the hole. I mean, I was down. Homeless several times, actually homeless from 2008 to 2016. And I met this man down at a homeless outreach. I watched him preach, and I knew he had something that I needed. Because you see, I had night terrors. And if you don't know what a night terror is, you take a nightmare, times it by 1,000. You might get close. I mean, it's putting you back in the same thing you have done in your past over and over and over every night. It never lets up. So you get 2 to 3 hours sleep a night. Did that for 40 years. But I came back that following week after seeing that man preach. And I asked him, his wife, and a good friend of ours to pray, because I had night terrors. Well, lo and behold, I didn't know. I mean, I grew up Lutheran. I had no idea who Jesus Christ was. And I definitely didn't know who the Holy Spirit was. I knew God. I knew God had a son. That's about it. So, organized religion, I'm not too fond of that. But when they prayed over me that day, I haven't had one night terror since. Not since that day. I mean, I was full of Holy Spirit immediately. I went back to the shelter. When I left the shelter 5.5 months later, they didn't want me to leave. They wanted me to stay. Because they say when you walk in here, 200 men don't argue, fight, nothing. And if you've ever been in a room with 200 men from all different walks of life, they don't get along. Well, they did here. And that's all the Holy Spirit. And he brought so much peace and love into my life that I have nothing but to have to let it flow out of me, or I'm going to bust. God's grace is so good. No matter what you've done, He's already forgiven you. He forgave you the minute you did it. You just haven't forgiven yourself. So begin by forgiving yourself. Then ask Jesus into your life. And there'll be so much peace, so much love, so much of His grace inside of you. You will see the world differently. You'll see the world through the eyes of a 5-year-old. It's different. You know how a 5-year-old views the world? Everything's pretty. They can see a house overgrown with weeds that are 6 foot tall and say, ain't that a beautiful house? So you see it through their eyes instead of through an adult's eyes. So just ask Jesus into your life. Because believe me, after what I've done, you take any of the 10 commandments, I've broken them plenty more than once. And I mean all of them. But He's taken all that shame, all that regret, all that remorse, all that hatred and the anger, all those negative feelings. Kicked them out. They got no place to live in here. I live for one person. That's Him. That's the only person I live. I wake up in the morning, the first words out of my mouth is, what can I do for you today, Lord? Just use me. I don't care what it is. Cleaning somebody's toilet doesn't bother me. Clean somebody's house doesn't bother me. Anything, I'll do it for you. Just ask. So, I want to say thank you and God bless all of you.